What's up, guys? LDraux here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 best Demon Slayer episodes so far. Since season, I don't know, the Hashi training arc just ended, season 5 or 4. I don't know how they count it, considering they had the movie, but then they turned into an arc. It doesn't matter. Anyways, but yeah, this isn't an order. I'm just going to go from what I believe is the 10 best episodes. I'm not like ranking them 1 through 10 because they're too hard. So yeah, first off, we have. Hold on. Is it Never Give Up? Okay, I'll just say Never Give Up. This is the second to last episode of the Entertainment District arc. Never Give Up is a great episode. It starts off with having the episode before it's really good. It's also on the list. Spoilers, but it starts off with you think Tengen's dead, Inosuke's dead. You think Zenitsu's gonna die. He's like trapped. It's just Daki and Gyutaro and Nezuko and Tanjiro. And Gyutaro's just beating the absolute hell out of Tanjiro. Tanjiro finally fights back. Have this like insane moment. Zenitsu fights Daki. Tengen returns after losing an arm and all that to fight one-armed. And then he gets stabbed some more. Inosuke helps Zenitsu. He comes back because he like moved his internal organs, which a lot of people like think's funny. And they cut both of their heads off and defeat the demons. But then like the whole town just blows up. So, and obviously this is when Tanjiro gets his mark. As you can see, there's the picture that I used. So yeah, I really like this episode, and it's definitely one of my favorites. Now this one, Hino Kami, is from season 1, and this is hand down like the best episode. Like if you look at Crunchyroll, for example, Crunchyroll usually has like a thing of the best episodes to watch. For My Hero, it was like the All Might fight, and I don't. There's some other stuff, but like it's basically the episode that got like everyone loved it, and it's Hino Kami for season 1 at least. This is when Tanjiro, who was only using water breathing, uses Hino Kami Kagura to help Nezuko because Ruby is like gonna make her his sister. It's really weird. So he like uses this and he cuts his head off. I mean, that's like it's a fake out death because Ruby like didn't die, but the fact that and Nezuko uses her blood demon art for the first time to help Tanjiro. They like ignite his flames, which is actually, now that I think about it, there's a big debate of like, are the demon slayers like effects real? I don't really care. I know like they put them in the show because if it wasn't, it would be not as exciting as you see like the fire and the water and all that. If they use it, if it's like supposed to be real, I don't know. But the demon's abilities are. So Tanjiro's sword was actually on fire because of Nezuko's exploding blood. But it just showed how great of a character Tanjiro is, how cool he is. I like this episode, and I think it's on the top 3 of everybody's list, maybe. A connected bond, Daybreak and First Light. I don't know why I use this screenshot. I just think it looks funny because it's like, or it's not. It doesn't look funny, but I just like it. It's very wholesome because this episode was kind of wholesome. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was wholesome and like not wholesome at the same time. But basically, Hentengu, I think is his name. Tanjiro was fighting him. Nezuko had sacrificed herself, and burnt in the sun when the sun come up. Tanjiro killed the demon, the upper 4, I think he was. Yeah. Mitsuri had a fight. She lived. Basically, Tanjiro thinks Nezuko's dead. Then Nezuko becomes the first demon to conquer the sun. She walks, and then she starts talking. It's just it's like a whole 180. It's like Nezuko just died, and then you're like, oh my god, Nezuko's alive. Like you literally 180 flip. It's like amazing. I really enjoyed it. This would be the Swordsmith Village arc's finale, which was probably the best finale until we'll talk about it. Because I don't season one's finale sucked. It didn't suck. It just wasn't as interesting. Season two's finale was like it was great with the um uh it was great with the story of Daki and Gyutaro. But yeah, this finale was really good. You know, this whole arc was good, but this finale really wrapped it up and showed like that they can overcome anything. Also, this episode had like the Muzan thing where like it showed how pissed Muzan was and how bad he wanted Nezuko. Also, Tanjiro used like thunder breathing, I think, in this episode. It was a really good episode. But that's enough of that. We'll go on. Next, I got Set Your Heart Ablaze. Or I'll just say the whole Mugen Train itself, but Set Your Heart Ablaze is like the peak of it. This episode comes from after the movie came out. They uploaded it as weekly episodes because they added a few they added some extra stuff to it, and that is why I'm confused how the hell the seasons work. If we're on 4, 5, 6, it doesn't really know. But this one, Set Your Heart Ablaze, is the episode where Rengoku fights Akaza. I don't know if there's a screenshot from that, but I don't know. No, I don't think I don't know. Anyways, that battle is amazing. Rengoku Akaza. I don't know. I haven't seen the episode. Like, I watched the movie. I didn't watch it episode version. So I don't know if what this includes, but I do know this was the peak of the movie, so this is the peak here. But yeah, Rengoku's fight was amazing. Akaza and Rengoku, like it had you like staring at the screen, like, come on, Rengoku, cut that damn guy's head off, and all that. So yeah, Hashi Is Unite. Obviously, it's biased, kind of, or recency biased, since it like just happened. But I don't know why it's blurry, so screenshot's so blurry. But it's all the Hashira fighting Muzan and all that, and Tanjiro. But this is the Hashira training arc, episode 8. It's like, so the season finale, which came out Sunday as I'm recording this, so yesterday. And it was amazing. This sets up the Infinity Castle, the whole the master of the mansion, Ubiyashiki, I don't know. Versus and Muzan's like conflict. He almost killed him. Tamayo running in, trying to kill him. All the Hashira attacking, Tanjiro being there, and when the moment, because they have him, like, they think they have him, like, this is the chance to kill his ass. And then the moment Muzan cracks that smile, you hear the Shitari. But I don't know why I said that, because I don't know what I'm thinking. The instrument that that girl plays, Nakami. I don't remember, but you hear the strum of that thing. Infinity Castle opens up, swallows the Hashira and Tanjiro inside, and then, because when I was watching this, I knew what was gonna happen. Like, I knew briefly what was gonna happen, but and then showing Genya, he getting transported, Inosuke getting transported, all the just I'll say generic demon slayers, just like all the other members of the core taken in. Zenitsu had an awesome thing. They got Kanao in there. And it's just, that is one of the best cliffhangers I've ever seen to set up. This is the best one season finale of Demon Slayer, and maybe episode of Demon Slayer. in the season in the season that's like you don't got to really watch the Hashira training arc. It's like super short and not important. That was a great arc. Like it obviously wasn't as like it was very climactic actually. It was important. It wasn't as like eventful as say like the entertainment district or the Swordsmith Village. Like there wasn't a lot of fighting, but there's a lot of character development, and this whole thing just blew my absolute mind. I was on the edge of my seat, like freaking out because I'm like, hell yes, I know what we're in for. the The animation alone is also amazing. The fact, like the shots of the Infinity Castle on the inside, great. I can't wait for the movies. It's so great. Um, but yeah, and then you had like, and then Amuzan and Tanjiro really feel like mortal enemies. You have, them calling each other by their on their name basis. They're telling each other to go to hell. He's like, like you're going to hell. I like to see you try, Tanjiro Kamado. And he's like, I'll end you, Muzan Kabutsuji. It's the sound, everything is amazing. So this is we'll continue. Defeating an upper rank demon. I really like this episode because Inosuke is my favorite character. And this is the episode that happens right before this episode, Never Give Up, is defeating an upper rank, where the three of them work together to take it out Daki. And Inosuke uses his Palisade bite, which is he turns his swords into basically a saw and saws her head off. But they were fighting, all in all, this was a great combination. Meanwhile, while this was happening, Gyutaro was fighting Tengen. And then at the end of the episode, when you think everything's like getting better, Inosuke gets stabbed in the heart. You find out Tengen's like killed. The whole place just like gets destroyed by Daki. Because like Gyutaro puts her head back on. Senetsu gets like hurt. Tanjiro's just fallen. Says sorry to Nezuko. Episode ends, but it's amazing. Defeating an upper rank demon. I think this episode also begins with Tanjiro saving. I can't remember her name. One of Tengen's wives. The purple one. What the hell's her name? Not. I don't know. The purple. I don't know. The one that's got like purple eyes. He saves her from getting Gyutaro. I think that's this episode. If it's not, then my apologies. But I think that's how the episode begins. Yeah, it is because he saves her. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Inosuke gets his shine. He's have how cool he is, and then Zenitsu and Tanjiro like playing defense for him to get that final cut. Amazing. Layered Memories. Okay, season 2 had a lot of good episodes. Layered Memories is the episode where Tanjiro goes God mode against Daki. And basically Daki like see the big dash in his shoulder? Daki does that. She basically like cuts up at the whole town. Then Tanjiro gets pissed. He makes that face at her, and then she sees Yurichi like as like a layered memory, and she realizes they're Muzan's memories because they like share blood or share the cells or whatever. And she's terrified. And then this man, like he uses like the burning bones, summer sun. Basically, he just cuts the absolute hell out of her, and he would have cut her neck too, but he wasn't breathing the whole time. He was holding his breath, doing all of that, and then that's why he like passed out. And this episode ends with Nezuko kicking her ass. I don't think transformation's on here, but it's an honorable mention since when Nezuko transforms into Demon Nezuko, or Advanced Demon or whatever they call it, she's pretty cool. But I don't think I put it on. Episode 1, Cruelty. This is the pilot of Demon Slayer, the very beginning. No, I said pilot. I guess that would make sense. It's the first episode. of the first season, where Tanjiro, this sets up everything, and the reason why it's like such a important first episode, because you have Tanjiro with his family. He goes away, he comes back, a demon murdered them, which that demon turns out to be Muzan, because he's the only one that can turn other people into demons, and that's why Nezuko's the demon. Nezuko's the only survivor. Tanjiro tried to help her. They kind of get into a scrap, but Nezuko doesn't fully want to hurt him. And this screenshot is when Gyu shows up, and he's gonna just kill Nezuko because that's his job, to slay the demons. Tanjiro says no. Gyu beats him up, and then Nezuko protects her brother. Gyu's like, this girl's not like every other demon, and he knocks her out and then sends them to do the whole rest of the season. Basically, this sets up everything. It shows that Nezuko's special. She's not. She's helping her brother. She doesn't want to hurt him, even though she's a demon. She's still got humanity. It's such a, I don't know. It's a great episode. It makes you bite into the story. A lot of animes have great first episodes. A lot of the popular ones, and this is certainly one of them. Master of the Mansion. I put this on there because, actually, I'm not trying to defend. I'm not defending myself because this is a valid reason for me. You meet all the Hashira. This is you're meeting the world building episodes or whatever. You're meeting the characters. You're meeting Ubayashi or whatever his name is, the master. This is after they take Nezuko. This is after the whole Rui fight. Take him to the mansion. They find out how the Hashira find out how important Tanjiro is, that he's met Muzan. The Gyu. Sanami stabs Nezuko. Tanjiro, unarmed, hands tied behind his back, headbutts a Hashira. Shows Tanjiro's not he's determined. And I don't know if this is in the same episode Nezuko doesn't bite Sanami, but again, if that is honorable mention, if it is or isn't an honorable mention, but you get to meet look at this: Obanai, Sanami, Tanjiro, Kiyomi, Shinobu, Mushiro, Rengoku, Mitsuri, Tengen, and Gyu. They're all very important characters that you're meeting. Yeah, I don't know. This just this episode sets up it really puts the story together and shows you who we're gonna meet, who we're gonna be spending time with in the future. You've got you got Gyu, who you already met, Shinobu, who you've only ever met Shinobu and Gyu to this point because of the mount, whatever the arc with Rui. You don't know much about them though, but you meet Mitsuri, Mitsuri and Tokito, who Swordsmith Village, Mugan Trains Rengoku, Entertainment Districts, Tengen, and Obanai. Obanai, Sanami, and Kiyomi is big in the Hashira training, and then obviously all these characters are important in the Infinity Castle, other than Rengoku because he's dead. He's still important though. Rengoku is probably one of the most overall important characters, since he's the inspiration for so many people. Because talking about the season finale that just happened, I hope you people watch the Taisho's Secret at the end, because I know they're a little silly, they're not very important, but this one is kind of fourth wall breaking type Taisho Secret, and it's about Rengoku, so you definitely want to check that out. But yeah, I like this episode. It's obviously not the top, and there's no action. There's a little bit, but I like it. And I think this is the last one I have. You must master a single thing. I'm not like I wasn't the biggest Zenitsu guy. I'm not. He's probably not. He's probably my least favorite out of the trio. Doesn't mean I don't like him, but I've just never. I didn't click as much as I did with Inosuke and Tanjiro. But this episode where he's fighting the spider demon, and we basically learn a sad backstory that he only knows one move. Yeah, and his first form, Thunderclap and Flash, I think it's called, is like, yeah, and the sixfold that he does sixfold, I think it's the sixfold that he does, and then jumps on the spider web, boom, cuts the spider demon's head off, all that. This I don't, and this whole grandpa thing that he talks about in this episode. You find out like this, he's badass. And in this, and in the season finale of the episode we're talking about, because it was just recent, Zenitsu's like really getting like, or he's looking like he's gonna beat some ass with his eyes open type thing, because he opens his eyes in like the final scenes. But yeah, obviously I don't think this is in this episode, but Shinobu has to like save him, or she comes and saves him because he got bit by the spider and he's turning into a spider. So Zenitsu thinks he's going to die, and he does his absolute best to kill. He slays the demon, and up at this point, like, not even Inosuke has killed a demon. Well, okay, he has, but he hasn't killed like a very important demon. Because this is the best fight. That like this is the most like it feels like one-sided fight. It shows Zenitsu's like at this moment stronger than the rest, because Inosuke's having struggle with the father demon, the father spider demon. And then Tanjiro's having a lot of trouble with Rui, but Ruby's part of the 12. What do I want to say? Kizuki, is that what they're called? The moons. He's part of the. He's one of the. He's like lower moon 6. No, 5. 5, right? Lower moon 5. I don't know, something like that. But yeah. So this is my list. Not my list. These are my top 10. Obviously no specific order. But if this was an order, it'd probably be 1 through 10, not the other way around. But yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah, it's the end of this thing. So yeah, let me know what your favorite episode of Demon Slayer is in the comments.